Hi everyone, welcome back. I hope that whenever you find this video, it finds you well, that you're doing okay. If you're seeing this within the next few days, we have an eclipse coming up, and I know that the time right now feels intense. You probably have things coming and things going from your life that maybe you weren't expecting, or maybe you just feel like the world is against you a little bit. But I'm here to tell you that you have a wonderful opportunity to observe what's coming up for you, to see that it's coming up to be changed. The pattern that is coming up so you can actually change it. You are the conscious creator of your life, and I ask you, what choices have you made that got you to that thing, that place, or that moment that you're either wanting or that you're not wanting? Can you hold yourself accountable? And that is my topic for this week, is accountability, radical accountability for where we're at in our life. Are you willing to change? Are you willing to look at what you don't want to see? Are you willing to continuously work to create a different pattern, to transform your life? And I'm not saying you have to say yes, because I can guarantee you, you say yes and it'll be hard. And it doesn't always have to be hard, but anytime we change a habit, it doesn't just happen overnight. But it's okay. It's okay to want something different. But can you hold yourself accountable for the choices that you've made? And even not doing anything is a choice. And that is also something difficult to come to terms with, is that if you choose not to see what's in front of you, you run the risk of it happening again. And if you're in a moment that you don't want, or that you don't feel such abundance and you don't feel like lit up, then you're choosing that. You're choosing for that frequency to follow you. And how did this come up? Well, I was reading this book called Happy Pocket Full of Money, which is such a beautiful book that bridges frequency, which is like quantum, with money, because money is a frequency, right? And this passage came up that was talking about how fear and desire are the same thing on an energetic level. Just one is a feeling that is lower in vibration than the other. Because when we desire something, there's like this like yummy charge behind it, right? It's like, ooh, yeah, I want that. And it doesn't have to be something gross, but I just mean like you have this fire beneath it. But then you have fear. And that has like an icky, thick feeling. It has like this, ooh, like a, ooh, I'm cold feeling, right? But underneath that, they're the same thing. It's just how we feel is different. So if you're coming up against something in your life, whether that be you don't like this place, you don't like this thing, you don't like this person, you don't like this, you don't like that, whatever it is, fill in the blank. What is that feeling beneath it? And where did it come from? Can you take accountability for the fact that the things, the choices, the thoughts, the fill in the blank got you there. You got you there. So if you are wanting to create more love in your life, love for yourself, love for waking up in the morning, where are you choosing not to love? And why? Or maybe you're wanting to create more abundance in your life. Maybe you want to feel so abundant, and yet you wake up the opposite. So what choices are you making that are the opposite of abundance? Did you feel that? I just got chills because even as I'm talking about this, I'm like, oof, what choices have I been making? And don't get me wrong, I've been sitting with these types of topics for a few days because anything that I talk about, I'm going through just like you. And so I'm sitting here and I'm like, wow, this is a really intense moment because it is so easy to blame things, to look outside of us, than it is to look inwards. It's so easy to say, oh, it was her fault. She's the one that said that. She's the one that blah, blah, blah. Or they're the ones that did that. They're the ones that were gross, were lower vibe. But wait a minute, we were a part of that too. So where was I gross? Where was I lower vibe? And why? Did it come from a place of fear? Or did it come from a place of desire? Did it come from feeling abundant? Or did it come from feeling not so abundant? And so I really encourage you to look within, to sit with the uncomfortable feelings and to be an observer. Because when you do that, there is no judgment. There is no blame. There is no something outside of you looking in. It's you taking accountability for yourself and for changing the things in your life that you want to change. You want more love in your life? Well, do you love yourself just as much as you love something outside of yourself? You want more abundance in your life? Where are you not living in abundance? You want more self-confidence? Well, where in your life are you not confident? Because all of those things can be looked at, can be found, and can be worked on. Even if it takes a few months, a few years, you can grow the root so deep that you don't even have to question it anymore, that you don't even have these patterns that keep coming up for you. You are capable of changing your life, and all it takes is to start. And you might fail a couple times, you might repeat the pattern, you might not want to change because change is difficult. But I promise you that whatever is not in alignment in your life will continue to be misaligned until you choose differently. And that's just the reality. And all I want is for you to live the most abundant life you can, the most open-hearted life. And I get emotional because that's all I want for all of us. I want us to wake up and to love life, to love our lives, to have the relationships with our parents, with our family, with a romantic partner, with anything in our life. I want us all to feel loved, to feel seen, and to feel heard. But that all starts within ourselves, because if we can't give that to ourselves, then that means that we're looking outside of us to fulfill that. And that's where hurt and fear and sadness come from. And sometimes these feelings that we're feeling, we don't even know where they come from. They might come from many generations back, and that we're the ones that move through it. So if you're feeling a lot right now, don't stress yourself out to try and figure out why, but just allow yourself to feel. Because every single time that you feel, that's a moment that you transmute. So yeah, I'm an emotional woman, but I would not rather be, I would much rather be emotional than not. I'd rather be vulnerable than not. So with that, I hope you guys have a beautiful eclipse. Stick with it, hold yourself accountable, journal, sing, dance, work out, play with your dog, I don't know, hang out with your family, find your loved one, whatever. But just know that you're not alone. And I hope you have a beautiful rest of your week.